What is going on, YouTube? It is your 12th favorite YouTuber here, Lamont at Large. Today, I am walking up this very steep hill. I don't know if you guys can tell. It is quite steep. I'm not totally out of breath yet. We're getting there. So today, there's going to be multiple purposes of this video. Number one, we got to test the old cardio. I haven't been working out the way I'm supposed to. Number two, we're going to visit Richard Simmons' home, or his former home, depending on the way you want to describe that, because he's no longer with us. Obviously, I'm sure many of you already possibly know. And we're going to visit his grave, as I am all of a sudden now getting a little bit out of breath as I'm walking up this hill at, I think, about a 30% incline, probably more than that. So we're going to talk about Richard Simmons, kind of sort of who he was. Talk about all the cringy YouTubers that have done videos at his house over and over and over again. And we're going to talk about the fact that I'm that cringy YouTuber. So without further ado, let's start walking and talk about Richard Simmons' career. If I see one more Tesla truck, I'm gonna puke. So we're on the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Londonderry Place. So many cringy YouTubers have walked up this same incline as I am currently walking up right now. So the only thing, honest to God, that I've looked up in terms of doing any kind of research about this video is Richard Simmons' birth date and where he was born. July 12th, 1948, he was born in New Orleans. That's about all I've looked up. Everything else is going to be just from what I remember, when he would be on the Howard Stern show and he would be talking about how he got started in, I guess, the showbiz scene, if you will. Richard Simmons used to have a workout studio. It was called Simmons. I'd be lying if I told you I knew where it was. Maybe on my other channel one day I'll do a video talking about it. It was somewhere, I think, in Beverly Hills. And he got started because of that fitness studio who, basically he catered to people who were overweight. His target demographic wasn't people that were already in shape, unlike me, who are looking to, keep in shape. People that a lot of people would probably have given up on. A lot of people that, you just, maybe they're too far gone, and maybe he did have love for these people because at one time or another, he was an overweight person. I don't know exactly what age he started losing weight. I think he was a young adult when he lost about 125 pounds or something. Don't worry, if I get something wrong in this video, I'll correct it down below in text. And so as we go up this hill, I know in spirit, Richard Simmons would want me to keep pushing because part of me wants to stop, but I'm going to keep on going. So I know Richard Simmons. Listen, Richard Simmons has been, to me, one of those people that have always been famous ever since you were a little kid. People like Michael Jackson, Magic Johnson, Donald Trump. Just people that have always been famous and you have always known. And, Richard Simmons was definitely a character because I remember specifically, I used to listen to Howard Stern. I don't anymore. But one of the best interviews that Howard Stern did was having Richard Simmons on. And I just remember, Richard Simmons, he kind of like, I don't want to call him a clown. He wasn't a clown, but he was definitely one of those guys that people would kind of, he was like a caricature. He was a caricature, and throughout the years, you got a lot of cringy YouTubers. And today I am a cringy YouTuber, so I really can't talk too much, and hopefully I don't disrespect or, talk down about your favorite YouTuber, but a lot of cringe YouTubers have come up this same street and have just shown where he lives. There was a point in time, I think I would guess within the last 10 years that Richard Simmons almost became like a recluse. He wasn't really doing any interviews. He wasn't doing any aerobics classes. He wasn't making any public appearances. And the reason why is quite simple. Kids, it's called getting older, okay? Yeah, we see this guy as like, you know, having a lot of youth, vigor, just energetic, going on TV and hamming it up with whoever was doing the interview with him. I do remember a lot of the interviews that he would do. They would always make these jokes, these kind of poking at him in terms of his ambiguous sexuality, if you will. This guy, I never knew if he was gay or straight. I didn't even look it up. I don't know if he had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I know he had that woman that was his best friend that was living with him. A lot of people call her his housekeeper or house manager. And you know, that was, in his opinion, and I'm only kind of stepping in his aerobic shoes, his orthopedic shoes, that was more than a housekeeper. That was his, I wouldn't be surprised if they were secretly married. I mean, the love that he had for this woman. And he said during an interview that when he was interviewing for housekeepers, that when he met her, he said, "You're going to be with me forever until the day that I die." And Teresa Reveles, she basically was. She was there, and in fact, when he died. And I don't believe the autopsy report is currently out in terms of how he died. He died about, what was it? A day? I think a day after his 76th birthday. And he had fell that previous night. And Teresa was telling him, "Hey, you should probably go to the hospital." And he said, "No, it's fine," because he didn't want to spend his birthday in the hospital. He wanted to spend it at his home. The same house where all these cringy YouTubers, me being the next cringy YouTuber, have for years just consistently gone just for content related purposes, just as like I'm doing today. Okay, guys, we made it. Richard would be proud of me. I made that hill. So now we're walking up to Belfast Street. This is the street where many cringe lords on social media platforms, and also the Hollywood tour people, who are also themselves cringe lords, they would oftentimes come to this very street, and they would hang a quick left, and in that left they would show where Richard Simmons' home is, which is right in front of us. Let's get a closer shot of it.
I want to dance with somebody.
Hi! Hi! Hi, everybody! Hey, come dance with me! Come dance with me! Come on! Come with me! Oh, yeah, we're going to shake it up. Come on. You got it. We're going to shake up those calories. And take it back. Oh!
The scourge of graffiti, so rampant in Los Angeles, has even reared its ugly head onto the quiet street full of multimillionaires, which Richard Simmons definitely was one. So this is the home where Richard Simmons lived at, where it was his sanctuary, and sadly, this is where he died, right here. And a lot of cringe lords. I'm standing in the same place with these cringe lords. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Anyways, moving along. So this is where he lived. Ooh, the garage is opening up. I wonder, is that his attached garage? Yeah, it is. I wonder who's there. There's somebody in the truck. There's people out here. There's people out here. And I'm one of them. That's the housekeeper. Oh. Hello. Going good. Just doing a quick little video. I'll be out of your guys' way. I know you guys get bothered all the time. I do apologize. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye. Anyways, this is the house. I just seen the housekeeper, or his best friend, Yeah, but this is the house where he sadly, tragically died in. Yeah, this is it, guys. I hope that wasn't as cringe as I was trying to make it out to be, but nevertheless, here we are. So let's continue down away from this location. That was so cringe. I actually felt kind of bad because I know those people don't want to be bothered. Now I don't know who that guy is, but that was Teresa Ravelas. In the pictures that I've shown on here, she has dark hair, but she's let it go gray. So I don't know if he left her his entire fortune. I know he was very, what's the word? I should probably not try to say this. Philanthropic. He was a philanthropist. Kind of was. He gave to charities. But I don't know yet what's going on with that because, of course, Richard didn't have any kids. I mean, come on. He didn't have any kids. And as far as I know, both his mom and dad would be passed. I know he had an older brother. Could have been a younger brother, but I know he had a sibling. And I didn't give a whole lot of information about Richard Simmons because, like, I feel you guys have pretty much already know who he is. So I'm not gonna lie, I have already been to his grave. A lot of people, when I go live, they said, hey, you should go to Richard Simmons' grave. And I said, yeah, I didn't want to do the video, but if I was gonna do it, I was gonna do it my way. So we're gonna go back around to the Sunset Strip, and we're gonna go visit his final resting place. We're currently at the Pierce Brothers Memorial Park Cemetery here in Westwood. And this is where Richard Simmons is buried. He's in that gated area over there. I've been there before. You're not allowed to go through the gate because it says, I think there's a sign at the gate that says no tourists or no photos. Let's try to get as close as we can to his final resting place. And according to the pictures online, he would be buried right here. And he also bought a plot for his housekeeper too. So I'm pretty sure this place has a video camera on it, so I probably should be going. But yeah, so he was right here. As you can tell, there's a new burial. You can't really kind of see it too well. I think you can kind of see the shape. So yeah, kind of surreal here. All right, let's get on the other side of the gate before I get thrown out of here. But listen, I'm out of here. Rest in peace to Richard Simmons. Not gonna let a little gate stop me from visiting the final resting place of a man that I endeared as a child. So rest in peace to the late and great Richard Simmons. All right, guys, I'm out of here.